Okay, let's look at the miles problem. Okay, this was the other problem that was the most tricky for you guys. Okay, we're looking at eating bowls of soup. He's already eaten blank bowls of soup and plans to eat an additional blank bowls of soup every week. Okay, so we're thinking rate of change or slope, okay, an initial value, which is y-intercept, and we're looking at that in many different ways as you complete the slide. Okay, this one's got to put on your thinking cap here. Okay, let's just look at what we know. Okay, what are some values that we know? Okay, I'm going to put the snip up. Okay, what I know is that after 1 week, Miles has eaten 10 bowls of soup. And after 4 weeks, Miles has eaten 28 bowls of soup. And that's really all I know. That's all I know. So I've got to somehow use that. And this is not the only order. The way that I do this is not the only order that you could use to solve this problem, but I'll just show you my way. Okay, what I would do is think about slope for a minute. Okay, slope is change in y over change in x. Okay, normally we can find change in y over change of x using 2 points that are really close together in the data table. And that's always good. But you don't have to. You don't have to. I could find the slope of my data table by finding change in y over change of x using those two sets of coordinates. Okay, so my change in y would be an increase of 18 bowls. My change of x, going from 1 to 4, would be an increase of 3 weeks. Okay, I'm going to be kind of messy here, just to write what we're doing. So my change in y, I'm going up 18 bowls. My change of x is I'm going up 3 weeks. So I could think of that as 18 bowls over 3 weeks. I could reduce that, 18 divided by 3. If it's 18 bowls every 3 weeks, 18 divided by 3 is 6. So it's 6 bowls per week. So my slope is 6 bowls per week. Okay, I'm going to get off of this. Okay, so 6 bowls per week. That's my rate of change. I didn't give you enough room to write labels. So I'm just going to write 6. Okay, but just keep in mind, 6 bowls every week. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the table. So if I know it's going up 6 bowls every week, I'm going to just use that to fill out my data table. So if it's 10 bowls at 1 week, I'm going to go up 6 to get to my second week. So that'd be 16. Then I'm going to go up another 6 to get to my third week. Okay, so that would be 22. Okay, so some of you are thinking, well, how do you figure out the value of 0? See, we have the pattern now. So now we can take that pattern that it's going up 6 every week, use the pattern backwards to find the value across from 0, which is the initial amount. Okay, so if we're going up 6, as we're going down the data table, we'd be going down 6 as we're going down the data table. So 16 minus 6 would be 10. 10 minus 6 would be 4. So you started out with 4 bowls of soup. That's the initial value. Okay, so I'm going to take those two values, put them in the sentence. Miles already ate 4 bowls of soup, and plans to eat an additional 6 bowls every week. Okay, now I have and again, so many ways I could do this, but since I'm doing my graph now, I'm just going to look at my data table. Okay, 4 bowls at 0 weeks. Okay, then it's 1 after 1 week, it'd be 10. It's hard to get these in the right spot. Don't worry about it. 2 weeks, 16. Okay, 3 weeks, 22. 4 weeks, 28. And you could have started at 4 and went up 6 over 1, up 6 over 1, up 6 over 1, because you know the slope is 6. And you could have done it that way. Okay, you could take your insert line. Doing that right. Insert line, draw the line. Okay, that didn't do it. I guess you got to make sure you're clicked off of everything before you do an insert. Okay, there's my line. Okay, so my equation, y equals, the slope comes in front of the x, the rate of change or slope goes in front of the x, which is 6, so 6x. The y-intercept or the initial value goes at the end, so y equals 6x plus 4. Okay, how many weeks will it take for Miles to eat 70 bowls of soup? Different ways you could do this. They're giving you 70 total bowls of soup. I'm going to do it this way, I think. I'm going to use the equation. They're giving you 70 bowls of soup, which is y. Okay, they're asking you for the number of weeks, okay, which is x. Does that make sense? They're asking you for x weeks. They're giving you y bowls. So just take the equation and plug in what you know, solve for what you don't know. So I'm just going to think of it this way. Y equals 6x plus 4 is my equation. They're giving me 70 bowls. They're giving me that 70 is y. Y is 70. They're asking me to figure out what x is. So I'm going to solve this equation. 70 equals 6 times x plus 4. So I'm going to subtract 4 from each side and get 6x is equal to 66. Get rid of the multiplied 6 by dividing, and I get 11. So it must be 11 weeks that it would take for Miles to eat 70 bowls of soup. Okay, so that would be 11. And everything I've done here, guys, you could have found a different way to come up with the answer. Okay, so just do the best you can, and we'll do this in class as well. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.